Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called Football Arsenal with a really, really nervy win at the end at the Emirates today, but we come away with the 3 points. That's what's important. And how much does that win mean? You saw the celebrations, man, from Arteta afterwards, the celebrations from the players, from the fans, the songs being sung. It was really overall, all things considered, it was a really good performance. From the first half, the way Eddie and Ketia settled the nerves, with two early goals. First player, I think, I can't remember the name now, but to score two goals in the first 10 minutes, it hasn't happened for a long, long time at Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah really, really proving so many people wrong with his work rate, with his goals. Again, two against Chelsea, probably deserved a goal against West Ham, but Eddie Nketiah, man, for me, really, really showing his worth and the contract offers are there. They've been there. I think he's refused to sign two or three. He wants first team football. This is the player who is Premier League proven. He's showing that right now in this Arsenal side. Flourishing in a side with these young players, with this young manager in Arteta. And for me, I would love for him to stay. I've said this all along about Nketiah. I would love for him to stay. He just at the moment, it was a risk letting Aubameyang go, not bringing anyone in. We know Arteta was after Dusan Vlahovic. Didn't work out. So many of us worried that we were just left with Lacazette and Nketiah for the rest of the season. But Nketiah now, I think it's 5 goals he scored. He's outscored Lacazette with more than. I mean, who knows how many more games Lacazette has played this season? I don't even know. It's not even worth looking up because what he's bringing to this side right now, just a very modern number 9. He earned that goal against Chelsea. He earned that goal today, and Lacazette doesn't get you those goals. And I'm not having a go at Lacazette. He's just not that quick. He doesn't bring that real danger, that closing down that Eddie Nketiah can do. And I think Lacazette a couple years ago gave you that. We saw it before. There's plenty of evidence against that, but for that, to support that claim. But yeah, for me, Eddie Nketiah, really would like to see him stay and sign a contract and keep playing for this club. It's clear he loves the club. The manager rates him. The manager likes him. He's well liked around the club. Everyone talks highly about Eddie Nketiah. So let me know, you guys, what do you think? Would you like to see Eddie Nketiah sign another contract and stay at Arsenal? I know I would. I can't. I don't have enough good things to say about him at the moment. Just jumping back, what it means to get those 3 points today with Spurs drawing yesterday, even if they lost yesterday, a win against Tottenham on Thursday will solidify Champions League football for Arsenal at the Emirates, man, for the first time in 5 years. It means so much, and you can see everything that's building up to that point and to that game against Spurs. So much to talk about, what it could potentially mean to get that win. We would knock Spurs out, virtually out of the Champions League. We know Chelsea are struggling at the moment, and perhaps they could chase Chelsea down. We know they're scoring goals for fun at the moment. Tottenham, it's going to be a really, really difficult game to play them. And I think the way the team was set up today, if you ask me, Arteta was probably testing the waters to see how Tomiyasu could fit in at left back with Martinelli there. They were linking up. It was fantastic. I almost said fabulous, but I gotta be careful what I say. It was fantastic watching those two. I think the way Martinelli can come back and defend and support that left hand side of Tomiyasu, he's so reliable, Mr. Reliable. Takahiro Tomiyasu, so good in the air. Wasn't dribbled past once. Had the most passes in the final third. The way he can get forward, his pace, everything, he seems unbeatable. And I think, again, him against Son, who is just clinical, man, chasing after that golden boot this season, it's going to be really exciting. I do think that he was sort of testing the waters, Arteta, to see how well you could get on that left-hand side with that combination of Martinelli and Takahiro Tomiyasu. Nuno Tavares, for me, he cannot play against Spurs. I don't mean to be harsh. I don't really even think he's that much of a defender, man, if I'm being honest. He's more of like a left wing back, maybe even just an attacking fullback. And don't get me wrong, he's brilliant when he goes forward, but you cannot risk it. You cannot risk the defensive, the way Harry Kane will drop back, play balls alongside to Kulusevski, to Son. I should rephrase. I think it is going to be Kulusevski who does play on that side. If Takahiro Tomiyasu is playing left back, but still plenty of threat in Kulusevski. He's doing so well. Has been doing well since he came to the Premier League. Um, you know, Tavares and Emil Smith Rowe really just never worked out. It doesn't look that great. And against West Ham, I thought Martinelli, not his best game the last couple games, wasn't really doing as much. Still a threat, still comes back, still works for the team, does well defensively, is always a threat on the attack, of course. And today, the way he dribbled around, I mean, the way he was putting players down left and right, the assist for the second goal for Nketiah, which was not an easy goal to score. I thought he did fantastic for that. All game, Martinelli for me was absolutely brilliant today. Another player who was brilliant is Mohamed El Neni. The ball he played into that Odegaard chance, who probably should have scored a couple chances we missed, that really made it a nervy ending to the game. But look, Mohamed El Neni, I've said this all along, and I know I say that sometimes. Maybe I sound like I know it all, but you could just tell when you look at a player, the work rate, the look that they give in training. It's not easy to be liked by everybody. It's not easy to keep your head down when you're not playing, to continue to impress in training, to know the manager can rely on you in key moments, when you're not playing and you need maybe a 10-minute cameo every 2 or 3 games, a lot like Rob Holding. And these players are they're just such good professionals. Rob Holding, Mohamed El Neni, plenty of others to choose from, but those two in particular, these sort of squad players who have now come in and cemented themselves as just extremely reliable players. El Neni is doing these, putting in these performances against, yes, people said at first it was a struggling Chelsea side, and it is. It's a struggling United side, but he's up against the likes of some very good players in there. Conte, against Calvin Phillips today. Declan Rice, £150 million for Declan Rice, and Mohamed El Neni is in there bossing the midfield, just playing absolutely fantastic football, playing forward passes. And people love to have a go at El Neni and say he passes backwards, he passes sideways. And as always, he does what he's told. He's there to clean it up. He's not Thomas Partey. We know the quality Thomas Partey has, but in his absence, Mohamed El Neni is doing such a fantastic job. And I think way more respect needs to be put, on his back. And another player who I would love to see sign a contract, maybe a 2-year contract extension, Mohamed El Neni. When he gets these runs in, you need a player who is capable of putting in good performances like this, who is also, somewhat willing to not start every game. He knows when Thomas Partey's, fit and healthy, he's probably not going to be the first, one of the first names on that team sheet, but he's content with that. He keeps his head down. He works hard. He's a very likable guy, happy all the time, smiles. The things he brings to the dressing room, brilliant. So many positive things to say, for Mohamed El Neni. The way he closed down the young Leeds player at the end of the game, 90 minutes, sprinting after, makes that tackle just like he was closing down Man United last season when we got that win at Old Trafford, just pressuring, just full sprint, 90 minutes. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant to see. And when your teammates see a player working like that, that is a morale booster, and it can really affect the rest of the game and other players' attitudes. So full praise from Mohamed El Neni today. Brilliant from him. Brilliant from Nketiah. Martinelli, again, really good. Odegaard is so good today, pulling all the strings. Should have scored. I think Bukayo Saka had a difficult chance also from that back heel from Odegaard. Didn't quite get it. Really needed to, I think, smash it and try to go far post, but didn't quite connect it. And it was a kind of an awkward save from the Leeds goalkeeper, who obviously didn't have that great of a game today. So many good performances today from players. I thought Gabriel, apart from that silly tackle, did well. I thought Cedric played quite well today. He had a really good tackle to break up a counterattack, I think towards the end of the first half. I know a lot of people getting on Pepe's back. I'm not going to say too much about it. I didn't catch the last about 15 minutes or so of the game. I was at work, so I could only watch so much of it. But I did step away the last 15-ish minutes of the game. I've watched the replays. I don't know. I didn't see enough of his, I guess, lack of work rate. People have, it's a difficult one because, when you look at Rob Holding, Mohamed El-Neni, players who haven't been playing much, and perhaps Pepe has a bit of an ego and thinks he deserves more. But you know what? A manager like Arteta, you're not putting in the performances in practice every day, showing up early, maybe leaving late, and you come on, to kind of shore up a lead, 2-1. The other team's got a red card, and sort of silly from him. I think Dan James, credit to him, he closed them down quite quickly. But I think probably a bit of a rotten attitude from Nicola Pepe. So I think I'll leave it there, guys. All things considered, it's 3 points. We didn't play that well the entire game, but we got the 3 points. That's what matters. 4 points now ahead of Spurs. And can you imagine the celebrations at their new stadium to knock them out of the Champions League, or at least solidify our return to the Champions League? It would be so sweet. So let me know, guys, your thoughts on the game. As always, let me know in a comment below. Hit me up on Twitter. That's always in the description below. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you have made it this far, I do really appreciate it. I always appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys when I see you.